In order to access the drive shaft, you'll need to first remove the center section of the exhaust. This car has an aftermarket exhaust, so your process may vary slightly. With the drive shaft now exposed, you can cut the OEM Carrier. Make a cut on each side of the Carrier frame. Then unbolt it from the body and pull the rest of the outer frame off. There should be 2 spacer washers on the top side of the Carrier. Hang on to these for reuse. Using a razor blade, cut the inner frame away from the bearing. Cut the excess rubber hanging off the front of the bearing so it's flush with the front face of the bearing. Then cut the rest of the excess all the way around until it's flush with the base layer of rubber, but leave the base layer of rubber intact. Do not cut all the way down to bare metal. The bearing should look like this when you're done. Now you can install the new Carrier. Start with the top half, with the bushing in it, and slide it over top of the bearing with the text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it, and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. Loctite is recommended on all fasteners. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. To mount it to the car, take a provided shoulder bolt, add a fender washer, an isolation damper with the small end facing up, slide it up through the Carrier, add another isolation damper with the small end facing down, and instead of using the provided gold washers, you'll reuse your OEM spacer. If your car did not come with spacers, use the gold washer in its place. Loosely thread it into the car. Repeat these steps on the other side. Shoulder bolt, fender washer, isolation damper, up through the Carrier, another damper, and the OEM spacer on top. Tighten and torque both bolts to the car, then reinstall your exhaust and your installation is complete.